Hey, what's up soldiers, my name is GregFPS and welcome back to another Call of Duty Black Ops 3 Zombies video. Today we have another theory, and this is kind of a stem off listening to the Dr. Monty quotes. There's a lot of information in there that isn't particularly crystal clear, and it's hard to understand what particularly it means because there's a lot of questions still surrounding the zombie storyline. Now I'm hoping that these will be solved for us in Revelations and we'll learn more about it, or if it's not discovered in Revelations, then we'll eventually figure more stuff about it from the comic that Treyarch will be releasing later in the year. But first off, I want you guys to listen to this quote, and I want you to understand what it actually means. It's Dr. Monty talking about how MAXIS, he was extracted, his brain was extracted by Richtofen and put in the MAXIS drone on Origins. And I want you guys to understand what exactly is going on. So let's play the quote, and then we'll discuss it more.
MAXIS. He was the first. The vessel you constructed for him back in World War I somehow shielded him from the influence of Element 115.
Alright, so let's stop it there. This somehow shielded him from Element 115, and it says MAXIS was the first. The first for what? What particularly made him the first? Because we don't know anything about this at all. We understand, okay, MAXIS's brain was in the MAXIS drone. He was shielded from Element 115. What are the effects of Element 115 that we particularly know right now? We know that it can cause characters to go crazy. They can hear voices in their head, particularly Richtofen 1.0. He heard a lot of voices in his head, and he was hearing all these different things, various illusions, as well as the other characters. The 1.0 versions, Element 115 was directly, messing with their brains, making them have visions, hearing voices, making them all think these weird things. And if this never happened, what does this mean for MAXIS? Because the original MAXIS in the 1.0 storyline, he was also going crazy from Element 115 because he was not only with Richtofen developing weapons for the Germans using Element 115, because it's one of the most powerful elements in the universe, and particularly in their universe, and they were using that, Element 115 to create the ray gun, to create various different weapons, the Wunderwaffe, etc. And they're all using that for experimental weaponry for the Germans to use in World War II. So what exactly are the effects if there's no Element 115 affecting the character? Are they just normal? Are they originally or geared towards being bad? Is MAXIS, because he wasn't affected by Element 115, somehow smarter and knows more than someone who is affected by Element 115? We still don't know. Let's listen to the rest of the quote, and then we'll see what happens.
He opened the portal between the worlds, and, well, that's where and when shit really went tits up. The world within the world got turned upside down and inside out, if you can imagine such a thing. So, anyway, it was around then that I was forced to step in.
So he opened a portal between worlds. We know that this is the portal in France. This is where everything started. There was an Aurora Borealis, and we see Dr. MAXIS in the MAXIS drone float up through that. And we are presumed that he went to Agartha or something like that. But at the same time, we see the Aurora Borealis again in the Garad Krovi intro cutscene where the characters are falling through it. Now this is the portal between worlds. Now we don't think the characters came particularly from France, because before this they were in Japan or wherever Zetsubo no Shima took place. I believe it was an island in the Pacific. We don't really know the specific location. So it's pretty crazy to think about that this might be the portal to all the different worlds, but where is the main center hub? Because I believe that is where MAXIS actually is, and it could be the house that is the main portal hub here, and this could be something with DLC 4. Maybe we go to the house and there's different portals where we can jump between different areas, and honestly I think that'd be a really cool map to be able to play in. But at the same time, we still have the Great Battle to kind of understand, and we are believed that DLC 4 is going to be the Great Battle taking place. So there's a lot of confusion here, and if MAXIS is not particularly you know, infected with element 115 here, then what is his main end game? Because we know that he's not infected, but wouldn't it make sense for the other characters not to be affected as well? But then again, we already have all these new weapons, the ray gun Mark III, etc. So I kind of just wanted to make this video letting you guys know that MAXIS is not affected by element 115 in this storyline. And we don't particularly know what that means. So this story is really crazy because basically we have Dr. Monty telling MAXIS what to do and MAXIS telling Richtofen to do, and Dr. Monty is keeping this from Richtofen as well and not telling him directly. So what is the correlation? Why is MAXIS the one that's connecting the dots for both of them? Whereas, why couldn't Monty just tell Richtofen? Is Richtofen only loyal to MAXIS? Because it doesn't make sense, because in the Black Ops 1 storyline, MAXIS and Richtofen disagreed completely. And it's really crazy to think about, but let me know your thoughts, guys. This was kind of a little video talking about the possibility that MAXIS could be evil, and he's also not affected by element 115. What are the effects of element 115 on the other characters? It's crazy, guys. Let me know your thoughts. My name is GregFPS, and I'll see y'all later. Peace out.